thanks for listening to On the Podcast. This is a short format episode podcast that you can listen to while you're doing your business on the pot. Or you've just woken up and usually you listen to the news in the morning.
No.
I do. But you know what? I'm not feeling it today. You're not feeling it today. It feels a little heavy for pre-7 a.m.
Every day it feels that way.
So, you turn on an episode of On the Podcast while you're getting ready for the day, and you fill your body with some knowledge.
Preach. That's the way to start your day. That or a little bit of disco.
Ooh, both. I like both options. I'm Katie.
And I'm Liz. Hey, Katie.
Hi, Liz.
What's up? What are we talking about today?
So, we've established that you are not a purveyor, a listener, I'm an absorber of the news as much as I am.
No, not as much as you are. I mean, I think there was a time in my life that I was deeply involved in the news, and then I realized it was bad for my mental health.
Have you kept up with the war in Ukraine at all? Let me start with that.
Yeah, so I will go back to my previous statement. When the war in Ukraine first broke out, I was pretty much listening to NBR.
NBR, the National Broadcasting Radio.
Yes. It's odd. It's very low budge. But I was listening to the news pretty much all the time that I was in the car and like following up on Reddit, like nightly and morningly. Nobody ever says that, but morningly is accurate. And I was just so consumed with it, and finally, after like months and months and months and months of following, I was like, I have got to get away from this.
So, if you are like Liz, and you are not like myself, if you have not been paying attention, there has been some controversy surrounding cluster bombs.
Well, I actually did hear this, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So when I leave my house, I like to put on the TV for Oreo so that it feels like he's not alone. So that he feels like he's not. No, I don't know if he does. So I feel like he's not alone. And, oftentimes it's soaps, but on the right time of the day, it's the news. And so I actually did catch this today.
So President Biden has been sending Ukraine cluster bombs. If you don't know what cluster bombs are
they like nerd clusters? Because those are fucking bombs. See what I did there?
That. So they can either be fired or dropped from aircraft or fired from the ground. As far as I know, Ukraine doesn't have a huge aircraft population, so I'm pretty sure that they've been firing them from the ground. But they're so controversial because they're tiny, like little... what some people are calling bomblets.
I don't even know what that means. I feel like on a grand scheme of bombs, bomblets are probably still big.
They are still big.
Are these like those things where like it looks like a rectangle and there's a whole bunch of holes in them and they just go...
I don't know what shape they are. I think maybe it varies. Anyway, so a canister opens, like small little bomblets drop out from it. But the controversial thing is that some of them don't actually explode. They get buried in the ground, and then the concern is that years later, somebody steps on it or like something happens and one of these bombs explodes and kills civilians inadvertently.
Yeah, that is the, what do they call it? It's not the casualty of war. It's like the price of war, basically.
Yeah.
Let me say something real quick. Did you ever play Nintendo 64?
No, I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, man, there was a game where it was called Bomberman.
Uh-huh.
And you could poop little bombs out everywhere. And when you say bomblets, that's all I'm thinking of.
Little poop bombs.
Yeah.
So, Liz, this made me think of another wartime weapon that I learned about. Not that.
The machine gun.
Not that either. That I just learned about. That is not really controversial, but was definitely unknown at the time that the U.S. used this weapon.
Humor.
Kindness
kills.
Kindness kills. It was not that. It was a missile.
Oh. A missile of friendship?
A missile to kill.
toe?
Not a mistletoe either.
Just kissing everybody.
So, Liz, this missile was used in 2022, and it was a Hellfire missile, which is often used.
Metal
Hellfire. So it's a Hellfire missile, which is usually manufactured by Lockheed Martin. It's a very targeted missile, very explosive, but it's used to attack a very specific person or area. But
one missile for one person.
This is the craziest thing in the entire world, is that this specific missile was a Hellfire missile, but instead of having the explosive capability that it usually did, it had like knives or blades attached to it, and it killed only one person, and it was this specific person, Ayman al-Zawahiri, that the U.S. was looking to kill.
So it just slices them up.
Basically, like
it's basically like if you threw like an airplane engine at somebody to suck them through.
So there was a little bit of an explosion when the U.S.
Pooped it
when the U.S. fired this missile.
Pooped it, Bomberman.
But not enough to cause any fires. The U.S. did not talk about this weapon at all when they used it, before they used it, and the only reason that we know of this missile is because it killed this one specific person, Ayman al-Zawahiri, so pointedly.
That's kind of... I don't think I find that controversial. I think it's badass.
It is super badass. I guess not like controversial.
One missile with a whole bunch of knives on it, just literally hitting one guy, not destroying the whole like area around it.
Well, and that's
just slice. Deli meats.
That's the point of it, is that it doesn't kill civilians in the area or other people than the person that they're targeting.
Very environmentally friendly. Very green. It's a green missile.
Green missile, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's very like intriguing, interesting.
Wow.
That I think that they probably have used this missile before. We just didn't really know about it until this attack.
Come on.
In 2022. So it makes me question what other kind of weapons we're using.
Oh yeah.
That we don't know.
Have you heard about those weird little stories about like the KGB with these canes that they would just like tap the cane and it could like stab into you and it would put a little pill in your leg that
like
would
inject
kill you over
with
time.
Something. Yeah.
I mean, military weapons are so wild.
Well, we did that episode about Havana syndrome where they thought it was like signals of some sort messing with people.
It's so crazy.
So yeah, missiles that have
weapons
blades attached to them. What's next? We don't know.
We don't, and we won't for a while. We won't know until it's been used many, many times, and finally somebody finds out and then whistles the blow.
Blows the whistle.
Oh, sorry. That's something you do in a club.
I wouldn't know. I'm too much of a nerd. So there you go. Those two aren't really related, but I thought military weapon. I'll tell you about both.
It's wild. It's somebody's job to come up with these weapons, and I'm glad it's not mine.
But that's not as like intriguing as this weapon is. Somebody was just sitting there thinking like, yeah, man, missiles work, but like, what if we strap blades on it
and don't explode it? Like it's essentially like an arrow with blades on the side.
Yeah, we're going low tech on this
and huge. I mean, wow, what a thing! Way to go, Lockheed.
Way to go, Lockheed.
Always thinking about the environment.
Yeah, totally.
Wow, Katie, thank you.
You're very welcome.
What is that inside of my body?
Hopefully not a missile covered in blades.
No blades, but I am toe up.
But it might be a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah, it is. Maybe.
Maybe.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
See you next time.
Okay, yeah.
Pew!
Pew pew! Friendly fire only. Go Bomberman.